Hi guys, Matt from Children Lost in Time here. I'm in sunny Oxford today, and I never switch off, and you know that, so you won't be surprised that I'm doing another video. Last night my missus went into Oxford. Something happened over there regarding promotional teams and stuff, and at the same time, because I was here with my mate just chilling back, kicking back, relaxing, I've come across it on the internet as well, so urge to get this out now. It has to be done. Right, promoters, your job, promote. You want to put a great show on, you've got a good established name, every show that you put on is great, but the problem is you either, one, use only local bands, or two, what you'd class as higher profile bands, right? You can't just keep on doing that, guys. How is the band supposed to engage in a new area if you're not giving them an opportunity? Bands, don't expect to be booked out of your area. If you want to get booked out your area, you need to put your hard work in. So this little video is all about both. Okay, so band, you approach a promoter from a different area, you talk to them, you engage, like get a bit of a relationship with them. If they put you on the show, book the show and promote it. Okay, once you've booked it, do not cancel it, okay, because cancelling shows is not a good thing. If you once you commit, you're committed. That's it. It's hard, I know, because you don't know what's going to happen around the corner. Some things you're out of control, but if you commit to the fucking gig. Now, if for instance, okay, I'll do with my band, okay, Children Lost in Time from Nuneaton. We played quite a few areas of different cities and stuff. We are slowly expanding, but I've noticed that sometimes when I approach a promoter, the promoter's not interested. They don't know who I am, they don't know who my band is. Why should they book us? Okay, right, one, our band in particular does a lot of promotional, not just for our band but for other people's bands. Two, we promote the gigs that we play, so therefore we do as much as we can physically as a band, as a new band who's been around just over a year. Four, we turn up on time and committed. Okay, that's our pitch for our band. So, okay, promotional team from Oxford. Never played in Oxford with this band, so I want to play here. They go, well, you're not from around here, you're not going to pull a crowd. Well, that's the whole point, me asking you to play there. I want to start engaging with people down here to then pull a crowd. So, how do I sell my product to this guy who's adamant that he doesn't want me here? Okay, I'll go, right, I have friends, a couple of friends, pocket friends in Oxford. If you put me on the bill, I will promote it, and my friends will help promote it. Now, my friends down here are not mega metalheads, and you know, it's their choice and my choice that I'm a metalhead and they don't personally like it, right? But at the end of the day, they still want to see me go forward with the band. So what they'll do is they'll go, right, a poster comes up, bang, right guys, can you share it? They'll share it. They'll share it every other day for me. You know, so every 2 to 3 days for at least a month. They'll keep on putting this page up. They'll tag our band in, they'll tag the promoter who's promoting it, and they'll tag the other bands. Basically, they'll share what I post. Okay, so it's internet flyering. Now, it doesn't just stop there, guys. If you haven't worked in the area, you need to do that extra mile. Okay, so what you do is you do a boost post for £10. You can do for 48 hours. Okay, 48 hours. I've done this and it's proven it works. Okay, 48 hours, it'll reach about 8,000 people. Now, in that boost post, you can be very specific what you want on it. So you can put your metal groove and all that, and then you can put the location you want to hit. Now, if you're working in Oxfordshire is big. Okay, so therefore you'll reach out to a pretty good audience. It still limits because at the end of the day, the amount you put in. So you can put more in if you want to, but I recommend minimum £10 for 48 hours. 48 hours, and you've got to get your times right, guys. Okay, you've got to think your peak times, you've got to think your low times. So I would say 8 o'clock 8 o'clock your boost starts, and what'll happen is it'll go from 8 to 8 the next day, as in next PM, right? So you've hit all the peak times there, and then you go 8 and 8 PM again, and it's hit all the peak times again, and that's how you get your expansion, and that's how you get people to see that flyer or poster and your name. Okay, now don't just tag your name in it, tag the other bands in, because at the end of the day it shows that you want to help them as well. Now if the other bands who are local are nice enough guys, they'll do the same. They'll do a boost post again as well, so you'll hit over, I'd say, 40,000 people if you do it right. Now here's the maths. Percentage wise, 30% of them people will actually read that. From that 30%, out of that 30%, let's bring that to 100% again, only about 15 people will actually read it properly and engage on it. From that 15%, you're only going down to about 30% again who will actually attend. So you start doing math. So you go 100% down to 30. So argument sakes, we've got down to 100 people. Okay, we're doing a small order. Again, from there down to 15. From them 15, you'll probably get about 6 people that turn up. Okay, so there you go. So that's a little summary for you. So it's doink, 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 and you'll get people to come. Now the regular bands that play in that area, they should be able to pull a crowd anyway. Once they've they've got a gig in such a place, people will turn up, hopefully. If them regular bands play in that area too much, it's again 50-50, because at the end of the day their fans are going to go, well, I could see them next month because I know they're playing there again. Spread your times, guys. You know, you need to expand a bit. So that's how you'll pitch your idea. Come and let me and my band play in your venue. You're pitching it, okay? You're showing that you're going to work as much as you can, even though you're an unknown band in that area. You are going to try and engage in it in the way you possibly can. Now, promoters, you've got yourself established. You've got yourself a regular, possibly income or a regular time slot at a venue. You've got a reputation to keep. Why do you want to get unknown bands in there? Right. I've just said about boost posting. I've just boost posted your product, what you're putting on your show. That surely is going to get you some new fucking followers. Okay? Not only that, I'm a new band, I'm fresh meat, so therefore you want to book me, because at the end of the day you'll be like, right, let's make this night a little bit different. I'm not saying change the whole of your lineup, but drop one out, put one new one in, it'll bring in new people. So then next time I come back, then it'll be like, actually I engaged last time, I've made about another 10 followers, them 10 followers will tell 10 friends, so on and so forth, and then what will happen is I might be able to bring 30 people next time with me. Okay, so it slowly goes like that. So once I've done, I would say if I played like today, I would then play again probably 7 weeks down the line, and again another 7 weeks down the line. The reason I have to do 3 rows in like that is because what you want to do is you don't want people to forget about you, but you don't want to overkill it, because at the end of the day that means you're playing in an area too much, and that means that nobody's going to want to come and see you then, because they can see you another time. Right, there you go. It's psychology here. It's like people don't want to see the same thing all the time, but they want something new sometimes. And people who are in the metal scene, they want to see something new. Hopefully. But it's a gamble, you know. So promoters, you've got to gamble a little bit more. You've got to then put faith in the band that you've put on to help as much as they possibly can. So this is where networking comes along. So now I've got to play in Oxford. Great. Playing a new venue, playing to a new crowd, hopefully get some new interest. Okay. So I'll come again next time. This time you put on 4 different bands with me. Right, now this is where it's good, because now my name is established to 4 other bands. 4 other bands have just gained 1 new establishment. So what happens is then, when I'm playing up in Birmingham, and that band goes, oh, can you do me a favour? Can you see if you can get me booked? Well, I go, yeah, well, I'll try. I'll have a word. I'll give in a good word, you know, and we'll go from there. Or go, well, actually, do you want to speak to this promoter? Say that you've worked with us, and if they need to have any clarification, to speak to us personally. Because at the end of the day, promoters and bands do talk as well, okay? Promoters and promoters should be talking, bands and bands should be talking, promoters and bands should be talking. Okay, so there's kind of all this little triangle, love triangle of people integrating with each other, which is great, and this is how the scene goes forward. So now we've played in Oxford, meaning that I might be able to go down a little bit further. I might be able to go down to Bristol, you know, at the end of the day, because now promoters in Oxford might be in connection with some people in Bristol, and it goes on so forth. So this is how a band travels around, and is not unknown anymore. He's starting to get dots on his map. On our band, we've got dots on our map. We don't overkill a fucking venue. We've played a lot of gigs this year, and for unsigned bands, it's good to see that we're progressing as well, because we've had the recognition. But I'm not just doing it for my band, I'm doing it for every other band. There's some fucking phenomenal bands out there, this really is, and they've got no recognition at the moment because they don't know how to network. These videos that I do, yeah, it sounds whingy, but it's actually helpful points. The last one was about bands promotion and venues and fans working together. This time it's about bands and promoters need to like ease up a little bit. You need to go, right, okay, I can understand why a band wants to work down here, because they want to engage more. I know they want to expand their product. Okay, I call it a product because it is. At the end of the day, it's a product. Bands don't make money. 90% of promoters don't make money. So everybody's doing it for the passion. But again, I don't want to turn up in a venue with no crowd there, which is where the promoter needs to know his promoting skills, because he or she needs to know, right, okay, I know this band draws a crowd, I know this band draws a crowd. That is kind of hit and miss, but they're just getting known. This is an unknown band. So you've got two crowd pullers, you've got to put them right on the bill, and you've got the two people that well, you've got one which is completely green in the area, and you've got one which is just slowly. So again, you're building up a reputation, then to go, right, okay, that when I see that band, I want to go and see them. And this is how you network. Okay, so I'm not a promoter. I analyse, I read what people put, I come up to my own conclusion. I can be completely wrong, but I've spoken to promoters about this, and they're like, yeah, that's what we do. We engage new fucking bands onto our bill to then get recognition, not for only for the band, but for ourselves, because they're given that opportunity. And bands, when you have this opportunity, don't fuck it up. Okay, just don't fuck it up. You give that opportunity because they have faith in you. They've now invested in you, not financially, but reputational. You know, if you put a real fucking arrogant band on, who turns up 5 minutes before the show with all his fans, they play, they fuck off, and their fans fuck off, why would you book them again? You know, no brainer really, because at the end of the day, if the punter's not there buying beer, the venue's going to get pissed off. If they do this and this, they're going to piss off the other bands. So, you know, it's all about watching how bands work. It's the work ethics, and I keep on stating this in like statuses I do and videos I've done. It's work ethics that people need to start really working on. So yeah, it's time to give bands opportunities. That's simple. You got a slot, fill it with an unknown band who's engaged with you or contacted you. Give them that chance. You've got to invest in them as much as they've got to really show that they're worth investing in. And the thing is, if you really like them, have them fucking back. If you don't, then don't have them back. But also watch how that band engages to the crowd on the night, and see how they work the crowd, how they interact with the crowd, and see the crowd reaction. Because I've been in crowds before where it's like, I've played like fucking hard, and it's like, got no reaction, got fuck all. The next minute I'm getting private messages saying, fucking your band's awesome. Funny world, isn't it? You know, a new thing comes up, people have to analyse it first, which is very human, very, very human. And then they come up with their own conclusion after, once it's all sunk in and processed. So don't always say, oh, the crowd were just standing there, because actually look at the crowd, because if they're bobbing like this, and you know, fucking yeah, you know, they're alright. Next time they'll come like that, fucking yeah. Ooh, it happened in our own hometown. You know, first time we played, it was like Next time it's like that. Yeah, got into this third time, they're all fucking going nuts now. So they have to get used to the band. So don't wipe off a band because you don't think there's a crowd reaction. Go and speak to some of the crowd, which a promoter should do. Go, what do you think of them? You don't have to tell them that you're the promoter. You really don't. You just go, they're alright, weren't they? And they can go, yeah, they're fucking good, man. I would love to see them again. You got your answer there. You asked if there's a crowd of 100, ask 10. Ask 10 different people, or 10 different pockets of people. You know, you're all going friends. Oh yeah, we're going to a gig. There'll be 5 or 6 of them together. Speak to them and go, what do you think of that band? Then you're getting your feedback then, because you know sometimes they're not your cup of tea, a band, but it might be public's cup of tea, and you'll be like that. Yeah, I'll go and book them again just because they want them. It's all about keeping them happy. They're the ones what paying for the tickets. They're the ones what paying for the beer money. They're the ones what buying the t-shirts. They're the ones what buying the albums. You know, they're the ones what you need to keep happy. It's not necessarily a selfish thing. But again, I know some promoters are very selfish in the right way because they have the passion for it and they do get attached to some of these bands, which is great. It means that they're getting booked all the time, but it is overkill sometimes to a venue. So yeah, there you go. That's my lowdown. So bands, you get booked, promote it as much as you can. It's not a promoter's job to promote you. The promoter job is to promote that event on that venue. End of. Okay. So arguments. Oh, bands shouldn't promote, man. That's what a promoter's for. Are you paying them to promote your name? No. Fuck off. I wouldn't promote you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if I was a promoter, why would I want to promote one particular band? I ain't bothered. I'm promoting the venue, and I'm promoting the gig that I'm putting on as a promoter. A band should be promoting themselves, the gig and the venue. So actually, band's got more work to do, because at the end of the day, he wants people to know where they're playing and who they're playing for and who they're playing with. Promoter wants to go, these are the bands that we're putting on, and this is the venue we're playing at, and the venue should be going, oh, next week we have a fucking live entertainment here. So it goes back to them three again, doesn't it? It's really good. It's good fucking chemistry with it, how everything intertwines with each other. But yeah, you know, bands, prove that you're fucking good enough. Prove that you're worthy of playing in a new venue. Prove that you are the one that they should be looking at and booking. Promoters, start gambling a little bit, okay? Just give these new bands, or even established bands, a chance, an opportunity, you know? Yeah, it would be nice to have petrol money. And if you guys are making serious cash, okay, 30 quid in my pocket towards my petrol, I wouldn't say no to, okay? I'm not going to lie. Because it's expensive, but we don't expect it. Don't get wrong, we don't expect it. So other bands shouldn't really expect it. You've agreed to travel that far before money was talked about. So therefore, it's out of your own pocket, guys. Tough shit. But it wouldn't go amiss, you know. It's expensive for us. And we're travelling quite a bit now, and it's good. And yeah, we're out of pocket. But I'm enjoying what we're doing. And I mean, I'm doing new areas, which is great, because now we've been asked to go back. Not necessarily by promoter. Sometimes it's a venue who talks to us, or it could be punters who go, we would like to see you again. So, yeah, take notes. Sorry it's another long video, but how can you sum something up in 5 minutes? You can't. Another 19-minute video, great. Enjoy your weekend, guys. And hopefully it's sunk into bands and promoters. Bands, you've got to network, you've got to promote. Promoters, you've got to gamble and book these bands. Okay. Thank you very much for your time, and hopefully I'll see you soon. There'll probably be another video at some due course about some other thing what's grinding my gears. But yeah, hopefully this has helped, and hopefully this will spur on promoters to book other bands. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Mark from Children Lost in Time, and we'll see you soon. Bye.